what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun.
Welcome back to the Sitting Home Show, the most unserious baseball show on the planet, hosted by the best brother-sister duo in baseball. Lot to talk about today. We have Pete Rose getting reinstated. We have Rafael Devers may or may not be being. He may or may not be a wussy. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a little brain fart. He may or may not be a wussy, and we're also going to have another pop-up girly talk where Lisa's going to take us down another girly conversation in regards to girliness in baseball. But if you like what we do, and you like how dumb we are, and you like baseball just like we like baseball, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check in every week because we will be doing this every week until we croak.
I'd never signed up for that. We are a brother-sister duo. Did you say that? Did I miss that?
It's a part of the intro that you always mess up.
I zoned out for that intro. This is though gonna be the best episode ever. I really hope everyone's excited for Pop-Up Girly Talk. And yeah, do we want to just jump into it?
Yeah, we say that every time, but we mean it this time.
This time we mean it.
This is gonna be the best episode I've ever done with my sister
Produced.
ever. Am I a producer? Do I get that label? Am I a producer?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, yeah, as a producer, let's jump into the midweek results of the midweek matchups for last week. Anything you see here that stands out?
One thing, yeah, I don't know if this is on our agenda to talk about, but man, those Pirates are not having an easy go this season, are they?
No, they kind of stink. They kind of stink. Same with the Rockies. They're having the worst season ever in history. They're one-upping the White Sox. They're still on the road to doing that, getting swept by the Tigers. That Yankees-Padres series, Yankees ended up winning that. So are the Yankees actually a real team? Are they actually a good team?
The Yankees are a decent team. The problem is that they are the Yankees.
We'll see. We'll see. I think
I know.
They might be a good team. They are
a
good team. I just hate to admit it. The Rays, my Rays, getting swept by the Phillies over the weekend. That sucks. And then the White Sox, they say, watch out, Rockies. We're not going to let you be the only crappy team in the league, so we're going to lose too. Mets.
Watch out, Rockies. Watch out, Pirates. The White Sox are still in contention for the worst team. It's possible.
Let's take a look at the weekend results that we got here. The Rays beating the Brewers. There we go. Almost swept them, but they didn't sweep them. Cardinals sweeping the Nationals. The Mariners getting swept by the Blue Jays. Did the Rockies get swept? Nope. They won a game against the Padres at home.
Okay. Good for them.
Anything here? That Cubs-Mets series was actually pretty fun to watch, but the Mets ended up winning 2-1.
Yeah, one thing that's not really represented here because we're just looking at the results. The A's, they split some games in Seattle, and I think they won again at least a game against the Yankees, right? So don't count out the A's just yet. I think we've still got potential to see them being an interesting team this year.
The A's they're like second place right now in the American League West. So maybe we're back to having a good A's team. I don't know. Dodgers, Diamondbacks tie. Seems like the Diamondbacks always play the Dodgers pretty well too.
Yeah, no, that's about all I got.
Yeah, all right, well, cool. Let's talk about Pete Rose. That's what I really want to talk about. So he died. We all know that. R.I.P.
We do know that.
The hit king. And we also know they reinstated Pete Rose back into baseball after he died, which is messed up. Why'd they wait until after he died? I don't know. But how does that make you feel? Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson are reinstated by Major League Baseball due to, I guess, Commissioner Rob Manfred pretty much saying, hey, if you're banned from baseball for life, that means when you die, you're not banned from baseball. So he had to come out with a rule to say that. How does that make you feel? Do you think it's dumb?
Here's my question. If Rob Manfred went out to the Field of Dreams and spoke to the ghosts of Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe and told them that they are reinstated so that they are allowed to play on the Ghost League again, then I think that this is based. If he did not do that, and this is just, I don't know, trying to get headlines off the backs of men who are dead, then I think it's pretty lame, actually.
So you believe in the ghosts now? Because I know last year we had an argument. You didn't believe in the ghosts at the Field of Dream game.
I think the jury's out for me with the ghosts, because I know Shoeless Joe was a ghost there, and the fact that he's coming up here randomly makes me think that potentially paranormal things are occurring. I'm open to the ghost thing. If that's what happened, then yes, I'm on board.
I think, yeah, he probably did go to Idaho. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would he do this?
There's legitimately no reason to bring people back from the dead unless you've spoken to their ghost, I
I
would
mean,
think.
Shoeless Joe, he's been dead for a while, so you got to imagine he feels pretty crappy because, I mean, this only really happened because Pete died. So he's probably thinking, like, I was dead for a while. Why'd you wait
He's
till
been out
Pete?
there like on the bleachers watching the ghosts play baseball, being like really pissed. And like Pete just shows up and then like within a few months he's back in the game. Like, yeah, I would be pissed
I'd
too.
be mad.
Um, Shoeless Joe, from what I know, I can't keep that going, but seemed kind of dumb. I don't know if that's true. I feel like the movie makes him out to be dumb. I feel like
And
all
everyone knows Lisa takes movies as documentaries. She,
100%.
she
They
cannot
are
differentiate
true to
between
life.
movie and, like fiction and nonfiction.
I do feel like the movie made him seem dumb. I feel like I've heard of people saying that he had like not a lot of education, not that education makes you smart.
I
It
think back
clearly
then
does not.
nobody had education. I
Right.
don't
Yeah,
know.
like that's
This
not
guy
a
played in like
precursor.
the teens.
But yeah, I feel like I've seen and read that he was not intelligent as a man, and that makes me sadder for the fact that he was kicked off. I think Pete Rose was probably a
You think Pete
douche.
Rose
Like,
was a genius?
no, I'm saying Pete Rose was an asshole, and I don't really, and assholes are usually smart. That's why they're assholes. Shoeless Joe seems just like a dumb guy who got into the wrong position at the wrong time. I could be totally wrong. I wasn't there, turns out. So yeah, I feel bad for Shoeless Joe. I'm glad he's back. And Pete, I could literally not care about Pete Rose
I,
at all.
I think it's wrong that MLB didn't put him in while he was alive. It's almost like a slap in the face.
Well, I will say this, like from what I've read on the situation, his family, Pete Rose's family, not Shoeless Joe's family. I don't know where Shoeless Joe's family is, probably also in the cornfield by this point.
Hopefully with
But Pete,
shoes. Hopefully they have shoes.
hopefully by now they have shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Although they didn't get paid much in the teens. Pete Rose's family was still fighting for this. So their lawyers were still working on it even after he passed away. So, take that for what it's worth. I think
Fair.
they clearly still wanted it. So that's why, it probably happened afterwards.
Still sad it didn't happen while he was alive, but I guess at least, if you want to look at it glass half full, at least it's happening now so that his legacy can be in the hall,
I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care about Pete Rose. After I learned he was such a jerk, I was like,
There's a lot of jerks, Lisa. There's a lot of jerks. No,
Yeah,
but there's a lot of jerks in life. Let me give you some younger brother wisdom right here. Okay.
Go ahead.
If there's a
Yes.
way. Let me see if I could do this really quick. Yeah.
Oh, a moment with Anthony.
Yeah, I'm zooming in right here. Hey,
Hey, you.
Lisa.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna look at the camera right here, Lisa.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of jerks in life,
That's crazy, bro.
but there's not a lot of jerks with over 4,000 hits. I'll tell you that.
So what, are we putting Wander Franco in there?
He doesn't have 4,000 hits.
No, because he got caught with that girl.
He doesn't have 4,000 hits though. So yeah, no, he stays off. He doesn't have 4,000 hits.
But if he did, yeah. Okay.
Let's
All
talk
right.
about
That's fine.
Rafael Devers. Is Rafael Devers being a wussy? So, last we left off on this saga, Devers was the third baseman for the Boston Red Sox. They just signed him to a large contract either last year or a couple years ago. He's getting paid $300 million to play third base for the Boston Red Sox. He signed it, and they told him, you're going to be our third baseman. So he's thinking,
Right.
I'm the third baseman. This offseason, they go sign Alex Bregman, who's a gold glove third baseman, better defensive third baseman than Devers. But Devers can swing the bat. That's why they paid him. So they told Devers, hey, we're going to make you a designated hitter. Bregman's going to be the third baseman. And he goes, nope, I'm playing third base. Nope, I'm playing third base. I'm Rafael Devers. I do what I want. He ends up DHing. He's obviously not happy about it, but he does it. They told him, you're going to DH, put the glove away. You're just going to hit. Sometimes that's hard because people like to play the field. It's hard to sit on the bench for the whole game and then go hit. I mean, some guys can do it like Big Papi, who also played on the Red Sox, but some people it's hard. Whatever, Devers does it. Now, early May, the Red Sox first baseman gets hurt. They go to Rafael Devers, the guy they're paying $300 million to for the next 10 years, and they say, hey, Devers, can you put on a first baseman mitt? We want you to play first base. He goes, no, I'm not playing first base. He goes, you guys told me I was put away my glove. I'm not going to play first base. He goes, kind of pretty much saying, I'm not playing first. The front office, they need to do their job and go get a first baseman. They told me I was going to hit only, so that's what I'm going to do. Is Devers being a pussy? Excuse me, a wussy.
Yeah. Hold on. Whoa.
Yeah, sorry.
Shit show.
Sorry. Family friendly. No cursing.
This is one of those situations where it's really hard for me to weigh in because I'm not in those. I know it's gonna be a shock to you, but I was not part of those conversations between Devers and the Red Sox organization.
Whoa. They left you out?
They did. Yeah, I know. I texted him. I was like, bro, never again. You gotta have me in on this.
Probably go better. You could translate. Even though he speaks English, but
yeah. No, it's hard because he came on to play third. He got moved to DH. You just summed it up. I don't know how those conversations went. I think if it was really contentious where they moved him to DH and he accepted that, and then now they're changing it again, I think it really just depends on how those conversations went. Because I can see a world where I would be upset by this, but I can also see a world where it's like, dude, you just have to do what's best for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like your job is player, and it's time, and like we need to put you where we put you. Stop being such a diva about it, right? Like, but it's hard for me to know without knowing like how the Red Sox operate.
Yeah, and it's tough too because, all right, do you say, hey, this is your franchise guy, like stop messing with him, stop moving his positions, you paid him this much money, so stop messing with him, like you're doing your boy dirty? Or is it like, hey, we paid you this much money, you should be doing whatever we say? Like if we need you to clean the toilets for $300 million, you should do that. Now I don't think it's that extreme. They're asking him to play first base for the Boston Red Sox, but I don't know. And then some people also brought up too, it's not like he's trying to get a contract. It's not like he's a free agent next year, so he doesn't want to play first base or a position he doesn't know because it might make him look bad on defense and might hurt his contract next year. Like he's got his contract. He's got his money. So what is he
I mean, is it a position he's never played before?
Yeah. For the most
I honestly, if I had to get like you said, a lot of people don't like to DH because you're not staying warm, I guess, on the other half of the inning. If I had to get my mind right to just be a DH, and now you're asking me to play a position I've never played before after just, I mean, that's something where I'd be like, what are we doing? Like, you're kind of taking me for granted at this point, but like you said, I mean, they're paying him, so you kind of just have to do your job. It's a tough one.
He might not be being a wussy, but he might also be being a wussy.
It's hard to say.
I'm gonna lean more towards the wussy, but it's an understandable wuss out because, like, initial reaction would be that, but then you kind of have to look at your teammates and be like, all right, it sucks for me because I'm moving all over the place. But then you look at your teammates and now we're gonna lose, or like I'm not putting all of us in the best position because it's kind of a little selfish. It's definitely selfish.
Yeah,
it's definitely selfish because you're not thinking about the team. Like if what would be best for the team is for you to play first base, you should be a little selfless, especially if you make $300 million, But
by the same token, if he legitimately feels like he would not be best at first base, you know what I mean?
But
like if he feels
he wouldn't be best at first base, or the team wouldn't be better with him at first base. That's what I'm saying. That's what's most important.
No, but what I'm saying is like if he thinks to himself, I've never played this before. I don't think I'm going to be any good at this. They should go out and get a first baseman if we're trying to win. Then I can see that too. And at least I respect that you're, I guess, humble enough to say, like, I can't play this position. I'm not even going to try. You should get someone to better the team. Like, instead of me trying.
But I don't think that's the vibe. And also,
maybe not.
Also, even if he thinks that the team isn't better with him at first base, that's not his decision to make. So you can't, like, that's not his decision to make.
Right.
You got it. Yeah. Especially, like, I think about the guys on the team who aren't making $300 million and they want to win. And they're looking at this guy making so much money, and now he's saying he's kind of being a diva and a wussy a little bit. So if I had to I understand Devers. I'm not even mad at him. Some people are mad at him and calling him names.
No,
And
I'm not mad.
I only call him a wussy. But it's like it's a sympathetic. I'm a sympathetic person to this wussy. He's being a wussy, but my heart goes out to him.
Yeah, I think the issue really started when they signed Bregman. Like that was the start of the end of this relationship.
Yeah, and also when he signed $300 million and they told him you're going to be the third baseman, and then
Right.
they got a new front office. So where do you
Yeah.
fall, wussy or not wussy? I say he's being a wussy.
I'm kind of in the middle right now, but I wouldn't say wussy. I would say diva.
You're not ready to put
Feels
the
great.
wussy stamp on him.
I'm not ready to put the
Okay,
wussy.
diva's fine. Diva's fine.
Diva feels more appropriate right now.
Can a diva also be a wussy though? Is a diva a little bit of a wuss?
It depends. A diva is just like more. I feel like a wussy is just like a baby, and I feel like a diva can be a wussy, but a lot of times it's just more like they're kind of a jerk.
So all wussies are divas?
No, no, there's a Venn diagram.
Okay.
It's not a.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
It's one of these
yeah,
jokers.
exactly.
Okay.
There are wussy divas, but then there are just wussies and just divas.
Speaking of wussies and divas, time to get into pop-up girly talk. I'm excited for this
Oh,
one. Lisa,
okay.
I'll let you get the reins.
Okay, yeah, bring me in to pop up girly talk.
Hold on. Did
Okay,
you need some
so
sound effects? I feel like that was underwhelming, the way that just transitioned. Hold on.
I mean, I was just.
Hold on.
Are you gonna?
Hit me again.
Let's go into pop up girly talk.
That was like a harp.
feel like-
a harp.
Uh-huh.
If I really
Okay,
could,
okay.
I only have one mouth, but if I could have, I would have done like some unicorn noises too. Like
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Charlie.
oh no. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so for this pop-up girly talk, I didn't really know what to do, but instead of explaining a girly thing to guyers, I thought let me explain a guyer thing to the girlsies. Is that
What's
right?
it? No, I don't know. You tell me.
Girlies? So I am going to explain MLB players, who they would be in terms of men that every woman dates.
All right. I may agree or disagree with some of these.
You may agree, yeah, you may disagree.
I
Let's
want to
get
see.
into it.
I'm excited to see your man date archetypes. I want to see which one I fall into, honestly.
Okay, so our first one, MLB players as guys you've dated. This is Tommy Pham. He is the work hard, play hard guy. He takes everything just a little bit too seriously, including his fantasy football league. He uses terms like alpha, but like means it. And he's slightly dangerous. Like you never really know if he's gonna just like pop off at some point, but you like it about him. Like it's what attracts you to him. Unfortunately, that is also going to be the reason that you break up, but we enjoy the time that we're with him while we're with him.
I feel
He is the work
dirty.
hard, play hard guy.
I feel dirty right now. So this guy just watches Andrew Tate and like does UFC all the time.
Yeah, he like thinks but like instead of the guy who thinks he's an MMA fighter, you believe him.
Yeah, this guy actually is.
I actually think that he could defend my life, but it's also slightly terrifying.
He's broken 2 or 3 guys' arms at the bar in front of you for offering a drink.
Right. No, and he slapped a fantasy football
He did do that.
player's face, guy
That's
he was playing fantasy football with in the face. Yeah,
Actually,
that's
not
his
a
guy.
joke. He did slap Jock
Yeah.
Peterson in the face in the middle of batting practice in San Diego. So
He works hard, he plays hard, he takes it all seriously. We love him until we don't. That's Tommy Pham. Next guy. Mr. Too Perfect.
is that a thing?
This-
Can you be too perfect?
Yes, you can be too perfect. This is the guy who has like the perfect job, the perfect friends, the perfect life. He's got like, he hits his macros, he's got the perfect routine, he looks amazing.
What is a
He's
macro?
good. Macro, like for the gym, you hit your macros. You have a bad diet, but I'm sure people know what a macro is. He's good at everything. It's like kind of annoying. And he's way out of your league. Like this is not going to be forever. You're just gonna enjoy the ride while he's there.
I just read this part. Yeah, go ahead.
But he is secretly a degenerate gambler. So
Well,
he might be under investigation from the FBI. We're not sure.
when you said he hits his macros, I was like, damn, I'm not Mr. Too Perfect. But now you said secretly a degenerate gambler. Now
You might be.
I
You might be.
might be Mr. Too Perfect. Now I feel
And so
good
yes,
again.
Mr. Too Perfect is of course Shohei Ohtani.
I like
We
it.
love him. We love to watch
Secretly a
him.
degenerate gambler, but
He
when
might be a
when
degenerate
his
gambler.
girlfriend asks, he always blames it on it. It's just my friend, babe.
It's his best friend.
It's my
It's
best
his best
friend.
friend.
I don't bet. It's
Dude.
all him.
I need to bail him out, man. I don't know what you want me. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
needed
No
me.
one's that perfect.
He needed to borrow $1.5 million to
It
bet.
happens, babe. It's
To bet
chill.
on
It's
Russian
not
ping
me.
pong. It's just Russian ping
Yeah.
pong. Honestly, the bet was a lock. Like, I would have bet it too. But all right.
Bro, like if that guy hadn't broken his pinky, I would have won. Let's talk about Mr. He's not over his ex.
Carlos
we have
Correa. All right. I like it. Former Astro.
You suspect that he's a cheater?
He is. Your suspicion is correct. He is a
He won't-
cheater.
He won't cop to it, but you suspect that that is true. He will randomly bring up his ex. So it's to the point where it's very clear he is not over her.
By the way, Correa cheated and was like, everyone else in the league did it. So like
I know.
he pretty much was like, he cheated and
Oh.
he'll be the one that says he cheated.
Okay.
He cheated,
But
but
he's-
it was on break. So it does, you know.
No, or he'll be like, I cheated, babe, but it's in my past. It's not who I am now.
All right.
Okay. But otherwise he's a decent boyfriend. You know, it's just that like obviously the first two things, not great, right? So that is Carlos Correa.
Decent boyfriend. All right. Yeah, he's a decent shortstop. But
he's a decent player.
He did cheat
Yeah.
with the Astros. So
And he, you know, he's clearly not over it. But other than that, he's fine.
yes. All right.
Next, he's perfect, but you still hate him. Like, this is the guy that your family and friends love. Okay? He's polite. He opens doors. He always shows up for you. He is the guy that online people talk about, like, nice guys never win. This is this guy. There is nothing wrong with him at all. And yet he still gives you the ick. And that's Aaron Judge. You know, I think for a lot of people, Aaron Judge is like a great guy. He's a good guy on the field, off the field. He's a leader. He shows up to games. Sometimes he plays in them. But for whatever reason, he gives people the ick. That is Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
No comments.
I
No notes.
might be this guy. I'm a little scared. All right, let's.
The too honest one. This is the guy who will tell you why he hates your outfit in like specific detail
Babe,
because
do I
he's
look
honest.
fat? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you look fat.
Change your clothes.
And he would be like, it's not just that you're fat. It's like, for some reason, you know, do you have like a muffin top now? I think it just like something's not working.
Or
And
he's
you're
just like, hey, maybe we should go to the gym together.
no, because this guy's too honest.
Oh yeah, he'll just be
He's
like, you
just
need to
gonna
go to the gym.
You need to go to the gym.
That's
and
good.
actually, you should do some squat presses or something.
Yeah, you need to
he's-
do a lot of cardio.
Right. He's scarily intense about pretty much everything, but he's also like pretty good at everything. So you kind of give him a pass on that.
Also
He
uses the term
also
alpha.
uses the term alpha and means it, which is like kind of concerning. It feels like a joke when he says it, but like, you know, it's not. And he says things like he talks in phrases a lot, like only losers complain, right? Like that's his big thing.
Control
and
what
this
you
is,
can
of course,
control.
right. This is, of course, Bryce Harper, who actually did say that only losers complain.
Yeah, that's a clown question, bro. I don't know if you know that quote he dropped on a reporter. That's a clown question,
yes.
bro.
Yes. I actually did watch that one. Next, Mr. Dependable.
Aw.
We love him. He's always there when you need him. He is not up for drama. He is humble. He is down to earth. He comes from humble beginnings. He's good at his job. He's good at being your boyfriend. Unfortunately, he does live in Cleveland, so it won't work.
You know,
but he is
He
a
did
great guy.
punch Tim Anderson in the face too, so maybe he's a UFC guy.
I mean, yeah. Well, no, you can be Mr. Dependable and like sometimes throw a punch. That's okay.
Oh,
That's allowed.
Okay. There more?
Yeah, there's I think there's like two more maybe. The one who is not ready to commit, a man we just talked about. He's a nice.
Are you sure he's ready to commit?
Oh crap! Did I get the no?
Rafi
Sorry.
Devers?
Yes, the one who's ready to commit. Yes, because he's a nice guy. He's a great boyfriend. He has been at this point patient with your mixed signals, but he knows what he wants, and he is not willing to wait for you to figure it out.
He wants to play
So
third base.
Yeah, he's kind of a shit or get off the pot kind of guy. Like he knows what he wants. Do you? right? And that's a lot of pressure. I don't know if it's going to work out for
I
him.
think the Sox are going to trade him.
Yeah, exactly. You can't put that kind of pressure on a man.
Rafi Devers and the Red Sox are going to break up.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when one person's ready to commit and the other one's not.
It's going to be an ugly breakup, too. It's going to be all over social media.
But it's okay because you'll find someone. Just kind of like this next guy.
Who will be Rafi Devers' rebound? Oh, the one who got away. That's a
The
nice
one
one.
who got away.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You did not appreciate him. He wanted to stay with you. You didn't know what you had when you had it. And now he has moved on with a hot new girlfriend in LA. This is, of course, Freddie Freeman. I mean, he's the one that got away. And look at that jawline. What else can I say?
I don't know. If you're friends with the Atlanta Braves who lost him, you would say he's a gold digger.
Everyone knows that girl groups will say things to make you feel better about your bad decision.
That's what I'd be telling my girl, Atlanta Braves.
That's what it is.
Girl, you don't need him.
I'm a girl.
He's a gold digger. Look who he went with. Look who he went with. He went to LA with that hot supermodel. He don't even love her. He don't even love her.
I would say nothing. I would be like, you know what? I don't know. I always liked Freddie.
He went to LA with that hot actress. He don't even like her for real.
I think he does. They've been together now for a while.
I'll do a
it's working out.
substitution. The one who got away is really Mookie Betts with Boston because he got traded.
Yeah, but did he get away or did they let him go?
Doesn't matter sometimes.
No, not really. I guess I could have put half the Dodgers team on the one who got away because
everyone.
Ohtani got away from the Angels too. So yeah, that's Pop-Up Girly Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a little bit of a view into dating on the girl side, these players, how they would equate. I think that was all pretty accurate. I don't know.
Sorry for everyone who lives in Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's all I
mean, I had to find something to say about him. I can't, because if not, you'd never break up with Mr. Dependable, except he lives in Cleveland.
Well, now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show.
It's time for Fair or Foul.
All right, let's get into the first one. We have a new pope.
Oh, no.
And he was spotted at the 2005 World Series. We have a pope, and the pope is a baseball fan. Yeah, it is. It is the pope. That is Mr.
Is this
Prevost.
like back in the day? Is this like
2005?
Oh, okay.
No, this was yesterday.
I was gonna say that does not look like that man. He did say he's a White Sox fan. Is it a White Sox game? I can't.
Yeah,
obviously I can see their shirt.
White Sox versus the Astros in the World Series, Game 1. He's there watching the game. So the White Sox.
First of all,
the Pope is a baseball fan.
Fair, very fair. I have a question for you. Follow-up fair or foul question. This Pope is from Chicago. Is it fair or foul that he is a Sox fan and not a Cubs fan?
That's up to him. But I think it's foul that all the Cubs fans are trying to say he was a Cubs fan, that the Pope was a Cubby. And then he just comes out, boom, White Sox, World Series. He's in the stands. But also, low-key, I know a lot of Cubs fans who were in the stands in 2005 for the White Sox. Just rooting for anyone who is good.
Ooh.
But I think it's good. Good for the White Sox. They need help. All the help they can get.
I was just gonna say.
They need all the divine help they can get.
If that's what it takes for the White Sox to come back, then put it in God's hands, I guess.
Let's go to the second one. Tommy Pham, your boy, having fun with the crowd, giving a nice little hello wave.
It's the work hard, play hard guy. Oh, see, yeah, see, that's that guy. See, that's him.
He's like, yeah. So he's just waving hello to the fans. What do you think? Is this good, fair, or foul?
Dude, foul. Get it under control, Tommy. What are we doing? There's kids watching. I
mean, I don't know. What did the fans say, though? We don't really know what they said, to be honest.
I guess, but I don't know. Just don't. That's how I feel.
I think it's fair.
Okay.
It could be we saw Ohtani do this at second base after he hit a double.
Yeah, but with Ohtani, it's like some weird Japanese celebration. I think we know what
that's got to be.
Oh, that's not what
All right. Let's look at next week's matchups here. These are the matchups for the midweek. Anything you're looking forward to, they're happening right now. These series are being played out right now. What are we looking forward to?
The A's and Dodgers is going to be interesting, just given how the A's are doing.
Ironically, I'd have to agree. Oh, but Boston-Detroit, I think, will be a fun series to watch, too.
Yankees-Mariners, also another interesting one. I'm watching the Mariners right now. I think I was doing the same this time last year too, just watching the Mariners. So we'll see.
Poking them with a stick, hoping them to do something.
Yeah. Are they alive? I don't know.
Let's look at the weekend matchups that we got. We got a lot of good ones. Let me boop. Here we go. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, Mets and Yankees. I mean, you got this is rivalry weekend, by the way. So we talked about this a little while ago. MLB is trying to do rivalry weekend where everyone plays. It's not necessarily their rivals because you see Yankees not playing Boston, but it's more of a geographical rival. Like you got the Rays and the Marlins, the Sunshine State. You got my sister in that spoon. You got Cleveland and Cincinnati in Ohio, St. Louis versus Kansas City.
Dodgers, Angels,
Exactly. So it's more geographical. What's your favorite matchup? I mean, it might be the Subway Series. I don't know how Boston and Atlanta, like there's some oddball ones, Seattle and San Diego, but
yeah, there's always gonna be odd ones because it doesn't like match up exactly right. I think White Sox and Cubs feels like a classic choice. Same as Mets and Yankees, like, just two pairs of old school teams going at it.
St. Louis and Kansas City.
We've got the Subway Series. We've also got the Lone Star Series, right? Or what did we call it?
The
Texas Showdown.
Outlaw Shootout or something.
The Texas Showdown. At high noon. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. I don't know, it's fine.
Let's look at primetime picks.
Ooh.
Yep, you got me. You got me last week.
Hey.
Yep, you got me last week. So if you want to go ahead and make your pick, we got the Subway Series Sunday night. Mets at Yankees in the Bronx.
That is a good one. I think I'm gonna go with the Mets.
So you're really gonna make me pick the Yankees?
They're playing in the Bronx? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Mets.
I'll go Yankees then because I actually want to watch that game and like root against you.
Okay. All right.
I think
fine.
the Mets will win, but I think I'm gonna say Yankees, but the Mets will win.
The Yankees could win. It's always the Yankees' game to lose.
Oh,
That's
you
the
say
thing.
that, but it's anyone's game to lose.
No. But like specifically, it is the Yankees' game to lose. Like they cannot help themselves.
I don't know if you got my eye roll.
I can see it. Yeah, careful. They're gonna end up lodged back there.
Well, that's all I got for you.
That's all I have too. I hope everyone enjoyed Pop-Up Girly Talk. Let me know in the comments below if you feel like I misrepresented a player. We're trying to get more girls here, so send it to your sisters, send it to your mom, send it to whoever you know that's a female who likes baseball, or someone who dates men, I guess. I don't have to be so... Right. I mean, there could be a gay man who watches baseball and also dates men. Like, that's a thing that happens.
I'm sure. All right. Well, until next week.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you guys. All right. See you guys next week.
All right. Well, then, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling Diva.